The riverside estate sat on 8 acres overlooking the water. My grandparents built it in 1987, a converted barn turned luxury event space, 200 guest capacity, cathedral ceilings, floor-to-ceiling windows facing the sunset. They left it to me when they died. Only me. My name on the deed, the business license, the liability insurance. My brother's fiancée, Jennifer, wanted it for her wedding. It's family property, she'd said 3 months ago at Sunday dinner. We should get family rates. It's booked that weekend, I'd explained. The Morrison wedding, contract signed 8 months ago. Cancel them. I can't break a contract, Jennifer. That's lawsuit territory. Her expression had shifted then. Something cold behind her eyes. We'll see about that. 3 months of escalating pressure. Family group chats. My brother Marcus calling daily. Their mothers showing up at my house unannounced. All variations of the same message: Jennifer deserves the venue. Family takes care of family. Stop being selfish. Yesterday, Jennifer texted, "Meet me at Common Grounds. 5:30. We're settling this." Common Grounds sat on the corner of 5th and Market. Downtown. Rush hour traffic. I'd suggested my office instead, but she'd insisted. Public place. Neutral territory. I should have questioned why she wanted rush hour timing. She was already there when I arrived, sitting outside despite the November cold. Her sister Amber beside her. Marcus pulling up in his truck. "You came." Jennifer stood as I approached. "Good. This ends today." I sat down across from her. "I've explained the legal situation. I don't care about your contracts." She slid a folder across the table. "New terms. You gift us the venue for our wedding. We get December 14th. You cancel Morrison." "I can't." "You can. You just won't." Her voice rose. "Do you know how embarrassing this is? I've told 200 people we're getting married at Riverside Estate. My family's estate. It's not your family's estate. It's mine." Marcus leaned forward. "Come on, Sarah. Grandma and Grandpa would have wanted the family to use it. They left it specifically to me. Not family trust, not joint ownership. Me." I pushed the folder back. "The answer is no." Jennifer's hands flattened on the table. White knuckles. Amber put a hand on her arm, but Jennifer shook it off. "Let's walk," Jennifer said suddenly. "Clear the air, just you and me." Every instinct said no. But Marcus was watching. Amber nodding encouragingly. Making a scene seemed worse than 5 minutes of conversation. We walked toward Market Street. The sidewalk narrowed near the intersection. Traffic already building. 5:28 p.m. Prime rush hour. "I've already paid deposits," Jennifer said. "Photographer, caterer, band. They're all expecting Riverside Estate as the location. That's not my problem. You booked vendors for a venue you didn't secure." "I secured it." "Family agreement." There was no agreement. We reached the corner. Traffic light red. Cars backed up in both directions. A semi-truck idling in the right lane. Engine rumbling. Jennifer stepped closer. Too close. I could smell her perfume, see the muscle twitching in her jaw. "You're going to give me that venue," she said quietly. "You're going to call Morrison tonight. Offer them a full refund, plus 20% for inconvenience. And you're going to clear December 14th. No. The venue is mine now. One way or another," she screamed. Her hands hit my shoulders. Two-handed shove. Hard. I stumbled backward. The curb caught my heel. I was falling. Arms windmilling, already in the street. The semi-truck driver's face. Horror registering. Air brakes hissing. Not enough time. Impact. The world fragmented. Asphalt. Sky. Pain that erased thought. Screaming mine or someone else's, impossible to tell. Something broken inside. Everything broken inside. Darkness at the edges. Voices. Sirens. Someone's hand on my neck. Checking pulse. "Ma'am, can you hear me? Don't move. Ambulance is coming." I tried to answer. Only blood. The EMT's face appeared above me. Young, competent, scared. "Massive trauma. Get me vitals. We need Jesus." Her pelvis's pain swallowed the rest. They loaded me onto a backboard. Every movement agony. The semi-truck driver stood on the sidewalk. talking to police, hands shaking, other witnesses clustering, someone filming on their phone. Jennifer was gone. The ambulance ride was 16 minutes of trying not to scream. The EMT, his name tag said Williams, kept talking to me, asking questions. Name, date, what happened, keeping me conscious. Witnesses say someone pushed you, he said carefully. Is that accurate? I managed a nod. Did you know them? Another nod. Police will want a statement. Just stay with me, okay? We're almost there. St. Catherine's emergency entrance. Trauma protocols. 6 people surrounding the gurney immediately. Scissors cutting my clothes. IV lines. Someone calling out numbers I didn't understand. BP dropping. Get her to CT now. Pelvis is shattered. I can see bone displacement. Internal bleeding. Prep for emergency surgery. A doctor appeared in my line of sight. Older gray hair. Steady hands. Sarah, I'm Dr. Mitchell. You've been in a serious accident. We need to operate immediately. Do you understand? I tried to speak. He leaned closer. Venue, I whispered. I own the venue. Confusion crossed his face. We'll worry about that later. Right now. She wanted venue. Pushed me. His expression changed. He looked at the nurse. Get hospital admin. Now. And call the police back. The CT scan took 12 minutes. They showed me the images afterward, explaining what I was seeing. Pelvis fractured in 4 places. Internal bleeding from torn vessels. 3 broken ribs. Lacerated spleen. We're taking you to surgery, Dr. Mitchell said. 6-hour procedure minimum. Multiple specialists required. Family I managed. We'll contact them. No, not my family. Call Sarah Kim. My attorney. He nodded, understanding something in my expression. They wheeled me toward the OR. The anesthesiologist introduced herself, explained the process, asked me to count backward from 10. I made it to 7. I woke to machine sounds, steady beeping, ventilator hiss, pain everywhere but distant. Medicated. A nurse noticed my eyes open. Welcome back. You're in ICU. Surgery went well. Don't try to talk. You're still intubated. My attorney Sarah stood in the corner, talking quietly with a man in a suit. Detective based on the badge clipped to his belt. Sarah approached when she saw me awake. Sarah. Thank God. The hospital called me. I've been here 6 hours. She held up her phone, showed me a screenshot. Jennifer's Instagram. Posted 3 hours ago. The photo showed Riverside Estates main hall. Jennifer posing in front of the windows. Arms spread wide. Caption finally got our dream venue. Family wins. December 14th. Here we come. Peepers Falls. Riverside Estate #family. First #dream wedding. 47 comments. My brother's mother congratulating her. Amber posting heart emojis. Marcus so proud of you babe. Posted while I was in surgery. While surgeons were reconstructing my pelvis. Sarah saw my expression. There's more. Your venue's security system sent alerts. Someone entered at 6:47 p.m. Jennifer, Amber, Marcus and his mother. They spent 2 hours inside, taking measurements, photographs, planning decorations. The detective stepped forward. Patterson, I'm Detective Morris. I need to ask you some questions when you're able. But first you should know. We have the entire incident on traffic camera. 42 witnesses gave statements. The truck driver's dash cam captured everything. He showed me his tablet. Video footage. Jennifer and me on the sidewalk. Her screaming clearly audible even without sound. The shove. Me falling. The truck. Impact. Clear attempted homicide, he said. Premeditated. She chose rush hour. That specific corner. Positioned you near traffic. This wasn't impulse. This was planned. I couldn't respond. The intubation tube prevented speech. Sarah touched my hand gently. The hospital discovered something during your admission process. You're listed in their system as a board member and major donor. When admissions saw your name, they alerted hospital administration. That's when things escalated. Dr. Mitchell entered, flanked by 2 other physicians. Sarah, you're awake. Good. I need to explain what happened during surgery and what we discovered. He pulled up my CT scans on the room's monitor. 12 images, different angles, horrifying detail. We assembled a trauma team. 12 physicians total. Orthopedic surgeons, vascular surgeons, general surgeons, trauma specialists. This level of injury required collective expertise. He paused. During the procedure, hospital legal reviewed your records. They discovered you own Riverside Estate, the property your sister-in-law claimed as family properties on social media. Detective Morris pulled out his notebook. The same property she pushed you into traffic to obtain. That establishes clear motive. Combined with her social media posts made during your surgery, we have consciousness of guilt. She's been arrested, Sarah added, charged with attempted murder, assault with intent to kill. Marcus Amber and his mother are being questioned as potential accessories. The venue breaking and entering adds burglary charges. A different doctor stepped forward. I'm Dr. Stevens, hospital counsel. The medical team documented everything. 12 physicians means 12 mandatory assault reports filed with police. Your trauma CT scans are marked as evidence. In an attempted homicide investigation, the notation reads, attempted homicide via vehicular assault. Patient is property owner in dispute. Suspect's social media confirms motive. They removed the intubation tube an hour later. My voice came out ragged, painful. The venue, I whispered. The Morrison wedding. Sarah smiled slightly. I called them, explained the situation. They're horrified and sending flowers. The wedding is still on. I've hired security for the property until this is resolved. Jennifer's wedding. Cancelled. No venue. And the bride's in custody awaiting arraignment. Her attorney called me trying to negotiate. I told him to focus on keeping her out of prison. Detective Morris sat down beside the bed. I need your full statement when you're ready. But understand, we don't actually need it. We have video evidence, 42 witnesses, medical documentation, and her own social media confession. This is the most documented attempted murder case I've handled in 15 years. My brother claims he didn't know she planned to push you. Says he thought they were just going to convince you. We're investigating his level of involvement. The breaking and entering at your venue suggests premeditation across the family. My phone buzzed on the side table. Sarah checked it. Marcus' fifth call today. Want me to answer? No. She silenced it. The family's hired an attorney, trying to claim Jennifer had a mental health episode. Diminished capacity defense. She planned it, I whispered. Rush hour. That corner. She knew exactly what she was doing. We know. The prosecutors know. Her search history shows she looked up traffic patterns for that intersection. She researched which times had the heaviest truck traffic. Detective Morris closed his notebook. She's not getting a plea deal. DA wants maximum charges. A nurse entered with medication, checked my vitals, adjusted my IV. You need rest. Surgery was extensive. The venue, Sarah squeezed my hand, is fine. Locked down. Security monitoring. Morrison wedding happens in 3 weeks as scheduled. You focus on healing. They dimmed the lights, left me alone with the machine sounds and the distant pain. My phone buzzed again. Not Marcus this time. Unknown number. I answered. Sarah? Jennifer's voice. Calling from jail. This is insane. I didn't mean it was an accident. You stumbled. Tell them it was an accident. I looked at the CT scans still displayed on the monitor. My shattered pelvis. The surgical notes detailing 6 hours of reconstruction. 42 witnesses. I said quietly. Traffic cameras. Your social media posts during my surgery. Breaking into my property. Planning decorations while I was in the ICU. That's not. We were just 12 physicians filed assault reports. You're charged with attempted murder. And Jennifer? What? The venue is mine. It was always mine. It will always be mine. And you're never setting foot on that property again. I ended the call. Blocked the number. Sarah returned with coffee. Saw my expression. You okay? She wanted the venue one way or another. I said. She chose violence. She chose attempted murder. And she chose to celebrate while I was dying. She's facing 25 years minimum. Good. My phone buzzed one final time. Detective Morris. Text message. Jennifer's bail hearing tomorrow. DA requesting no bail due to severity of injuries and flight risk. Thought you'd want to know. Full witness list includes all 12 physicians. She's not walking away from this. I saved the message, closed my eyes, felt the weight of the pain medication pulling me toward sleep. Somewhere, Jennifer sat in a cell. Her December 14th wedding canceled. Her dream venue permanently out of reach. The Riverside estate was mine, built by my grandparents, left to me, protected by law, medical documentation, and 42 witnesses who watched her try to kill me for it. One way or another, she'd said. She'd chosen the other, and it destroyed her.